Is there anything else you want to add from your perspective regarding this whole thing? I mean, it was definitely not just merely tragic, but it was completely unnecessary. It easily could have been avoided.
I mean, I think it's important for treat like just people get upset, like especially with kids. Like if it were my kids, I'd be upset. If I didn't know where my child was, I would be upset.
Right.
And I think that being in that situation and handling it in such an absurd way, normal people don't act like that.
Right.
People who are not on something, mentally insane, or have a narcissistic, tendency. So out of all of those, I'm not really sure where he falls into the category, but normal people don't do that.
Right. But it seemed like there was more than one person that fits into that category too. Not just him, but her.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know her.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that from what I saw, there were games played, and I don't like that. I don't think that's the one thing, and I remember saying it to my mom. I said, you don't play games with kids.
Right.
You just don't do it. And that's the one thing that, I mean, I'm a child of divorce, and my parents didn't play games with us. And I can't imagine if they had, like, what that life would have been like. And so, it's just, be decent. Like, if somebody is upset, like, be the person that goes in and helps the situation, like, riling it up and being the aggressor and starting something and making something worse. It's just, I can't believe that they considered it to be legal. What happens, because what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Will other people look at that and use that? I mean, there's precedent set there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't try it.
Yeah. Well, Madison, thank you so much for the time here. I appreciate you not speculating on things. I didn't know what you didn't know, but I may speculate a little bit, but I appreciate the fact that you were very reserved in what you said. And I always go back and forth with whether we name names and don't name names.
Yeah.
Because there is the whole thing that, years ago, public shaming actually worked. And I think about, like, the attorneys. That one attorney that you mentioned. We've gone after attorneys a lot, and we name them by names. Because these attorneys sometimes are the ones that they operate behind the scenes, but they help to inflame the situation quite a bit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, the one that led the investigation is from here, or went to school here, or lived here, knew the DA. Maybe the AG should have recused themselves. I don't know. Maybe they should have gone federally. What I do know is that there were too many connections here. There's too many people involved that know somebody who knows somebody. And from what I've heard, one of the attorneys, I don't know which one, that was involved on the case was a acquaintance of the one who wielded the weapon. So, I do know the one attorney's name. I couldn't tell you the girl's name that was a part of it. But I'm sure you can look at the case and find out who was on it.
Yeah, I did read some stuff, but I didn't want to go. Yeah, I did. So anyway, well, thank you so much. I'm sorry the whole thing happened, and but it sounds like, tell me what it's been like for your mother right now, and for Chad's kids, if you can. If you maybe you don't know that much, but
we're not allowed any connection with his kids, so we actually have no communication with them at all. The only person that we have been in contact with is his oldest daughter, Macy, and I do know that she's been allowed a relationship with them, but I can't speak to that. Macy's doing as well as somebody could be who's lost her father, and from what I've heard about the boys, I know it's been hard, and I can't imagine. I don't know if they're still being subjected to the other man's presence or not. But if they are, that's disgusting. I I didn't personally like my first stepdad that much,
Mhm.
and he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
I just wasn't a fan, and so I can't imagine being around someone in that capacity that hurt me so deeply, and then having to be subjected to that over and over again.
Yeah.
As for my mom, she's doing well. It's definitely been a long year, but I think we've, definitely are healing as a family. I know that November 5th will open a lot of wounds, and that so will the civil case. So I don't know what it looks like over the next 2 years, but I do know that a year ago, or almost a year ago, I didn't know if we'd get to this day. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. I can imagine. So, anyway, Madison, thank you once again.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you talking with me.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.